Hello and welcome. If I am live, let's see. Yes, wonderful. Okay, so today we are talking about Imbolc in this current season's current period, this current phase that we are in, you know, current energies that we are in. Hello Lalima and hello Flower Beauty. So what I am going to do, I will wait for a moment, we'll see if anybody else wants to join, and I will talk a little bit about Imbolc, and then we'll do a short meditation, and then there will be rune readings. So I am doing rune readings at the end of this stream, so you're very welcome to a rune reading, a free rune reading at the end of the stream. So let me just see here. Who else do we have in? Say hello if you are in. And do not forget, rune readings coming up soon. Just wait for a few more people. Yes, rune readings, everyone is welcome to a rune. The last rune reading was very long ago, so the rune you're getting today is probably going to be your current chapter rune. And then on the membership rune stream later in the month, we will then do your future runes. So today we will be doing current chapter runes, and when we have the membership stream, it will be your future runes, a rune of your future. So, Mikkel, hello, welcome. Nice to see you in the chat. Very nice to see you in the chat. Jasmine, hello and welcome. So we're going to talk a little bit about this Irish Fire Festival, you could say. Hello Maria. So, okay, so we do have a few people in. So I will mention again, rune readings today at the end of this stream. But I'm going to show you, so I'm going to put up on the screen now an example of me making a Brigid's cross. So I did make the cross with palm leaves. We've got to have a palm tree in our garden, and the palm, we cut a lot of the palm leaves off because it was getting very big, and I made a Brigid's cross out of the palm leaves. As you can see, it does go quite neat when you place it right. And I just fastened it with elastic bands, but I think it's very nice and it's big, you know. So let me play that whilst I read. So I think I click this. There we go. So in the corner over here, you can just see the process of me making the Brigid's cross, basically. And this is from the Goddess Oracle deck. We do have her here, Brigid or Brigid. There are two kind of ways, you know, she's pronounced, kind of. And so I did decide to also have the card of her, the oracle card of her, and daffodils, of course. So let's talk through Imbolc. So Imbolc is an ancient, this is so I'm reading, but it's an article I wrote, so secretfrequencies.com. It is an article that's up, so yeah, do bear in mind, I'm not just reading someone else's article here, okay? So Imbolc is an ancient Celtic festival that marks the beginning of spring and the return of the light. So the return of the light, very important. So it's celebrated around the 1st of February. So some people celebrate kind of end of January, some people celebrate in these, you know, few first days of February, like we are doing now, which is fine. So it's halfway between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. Imbolc honours the goddess Brigid, who we have here, who is associated with poetry, healing, fire, motherhood and smithcraft. She's also the patroness of newborns, midwives, and cattle. So, what does Imbolc mean? What does it mean? It means in the belly, or ewes milk in Old Irish, okay? So it's referring to the pregnancy of ewes and the lactation that begins around this time. The festival celebrates the renewal of life and the fertility of the land. Some of the common rituals and pagan practices for Imbolc include making a Brigid cross, as I am demonstrating here. So making a Brigid cross, and you can hang it on the door, you can use it as a protection or a blessing or offering or something like that. There are other things that people do make from, from palm leaves and from straw and rushes, things like that. Lighting candles or bonfires to symbolise the return of the sun and Brigid's fire. So I probably would ideally light a candle here, so I'm not really sure why that slipped my mind, but we do have the background of the sun representing the return of the light, so I am representing it still, even though I really should have a candle here. Okay, so yeah, fire and bonfires are very, very important. I know I talk to a lot of you guys about like candle gazing. I know I talk a lot about that to you guys for opening your third eye as well, but that's probably for another video, just to bear in mind. So cleansing and purifying your home as well, yourself and your tools, anything you use, your crystals, whatever it is, your altar, and performing divination or scrying, or seeking guidance or insight from Brigid and other spirits. So we can use tarot cards, runes, which we're doing today, runes, my rune bag here. So tarot cards, runes, crystals, mirrors, or water as tools for this purpose. So divination with mirrors and water. Writing poetry, songs or prayers inspired by Brigid, or expressing your hopes and dreams for the coming year. So we can do that, we can all do that. So, if you're a very poetic person, perhaps you could do a manifestation that rhymes a little bit, has a bit of poetry in it. But I think that's important, expressing your hopes and dreams for the coming year. So I know we celebrate a lot of like equinoxes, new year, like all of these things, and it's always these new energies coming in. It's always something new to focus on. So we do have to keep, I think, in our mind what our goals are, what our goals and our end dreams kind of are. Yeah, because we need to keep our hopes and our dreams kind of in the forefront of our mind a little bit. Not in a sense to, of course, overthink or be, disheartened, but just to understand where we are headed and what we're trying to achieve. Crafting something with your hands, such as a wand or a broom, a charm or a piece of jewellery. So this is a wooden wand, and I'll talk more about that in a second. So crafting something with your hands is a very common thing to do. To celebrate this kind of period of the year, this time of the year. So wands, broom, charm, piece of jewellery. You can dedicate your work to Brigid or use it as a gift for someone you love. You can also plant seeds or bulbs, such as daffodils. So daffodils are a great symbol of Brigid, and I wish I could show. I shouldn't have daffodils here, but she has the fire representing the return of the light. She has fire in her hands. And if I can't get it in focus, there's two Brigid crosses on there that look very similar to mine, the one I made. So that's nice. Also feasting on seasonal foods such as breads, oats, herbs and seeds, and you can also share your food with others or donate some to charity. So but you're really kind of embodying this energy of Brigid, this kind of bringing in the light, really focusing now on returning to that, returning to the light. So some of the herbs, items and deities associated with Imbolc. So we're really focusing on Brigid right now, aren't we? Really focusing on Brigid. But there are other deities that are associated with Imbolc. So, the herbs, we'll go through the herbs first. Angelica, basil, bay, blackberry, chamomile, dandelion, heather, iris, myrrh, rosemary, snowdrop and violet. Items: candles, daffodils, Brigid's cross, cauldrons, crystals, especially amethyst. Okay, so you are struggling to find a crystal that you want to work with in this current period in bulk. Yes, go for amethyst there. So, deities. So I find this really interesting. So, of course, Brigid, is a deity of Imbolc. But we can also focus on other fire or sun gods and goddesses. So I always find it interesting when I do these streams, I do these meditations with deities. Some people resonate with them, some people don't. And I think we all have those deities or those energies that we are supposed to work with. And we all have those times as well. Maybe this year isn't your year for working with Brigid, but maybe next year will be. So the other deities, fire or sun gods and goddesses, such as Apollo, Helios, Ra, Sol, and there are a few more mentioned there as well, mentioned in the article. So this is, that's why I find that quite interesting, because this is a wand, a wooden wand. You can see it has an arrow there. I know it's not great in focus. A client made this for me. I purchased this from a client's store. And this represents Apollo, the sun god. So I thought definitely using the Apollo wand for any works that I do around this time to also embody that energy, focusing on other sun gods and seeing what energy we can kind of integrate, So let's see. Imbolc is the time to celebrate the awakening of nature, the amplifying of our own creativity and potential, and it's time to honour Brigid. She's a source of inspiration. It's time to welcome the light and the warmth into our lives and prepare for a new cycle of growth and abundance. So, you can now join me in our small ceremony to Brigid. So I have explained what we have here. Of course, the Apollo wand, focusing on a different deity. Brigid's cross, which isn't in shot, but you can see me making it on that video. And you can make these yourself. They are very, very easy. Of course, I was lucky to have a palm tree that we cut down to use that. Always utilise the plants you're growing and the things around you. And of course, some beautiful daffodils here. So, I'd like to know, what do you guys think? What do you celebrate this in any way? Are you just interested in a rune reading in a moment? How are you all doing? And how do you feel about these current energies? How do you feel about Imbolc? Do you resonate with Brigid? Do you resonate with Apollo? Do you have any ceremonies or things that you do yourself? I would love to know. So I'll catch up with the chat and then we will do a small meditation before the rune readings, okay? So it's not going to be guided. It's going to be very simple, calm, just with the music in the background and just focusing. So you can focus on your desires, your goals. You can focus on Brigid. You can focus on Apollo. You can do what you wish and what you feel drawn to after hearing what I've said. So how do you guys feel? What do you think of Imbolc? I'm a little bit late, I suppose, because some people do celebrate at the end of January. So how do you feel? Did you celebrate? Did you do anything? I'd love to know. So I'm going to jump in and out here. There we go. Well, Lima says, I'm getting to know about it for the first time. Definitely seems very interesting. We'll definitely read more about it. Yeah, and I think the nice thing, I'm not pagan, I am an eclectic practitioner. I don't follow any specific practice or order. But what I do like about these kind of holidays and these kind of, celebrating things like this is that there's always something to celebrate. There's always something to focus on, to you know, to be empowered by, you know, working with different gods and goddesses, embodying different energies, welcoming the light, welcoming the new seasons, you know. It's very beautiful and very connected with nature. So yeah, I will link the article in the chat if you do want to have a look over it yourself, for your own, you know, whatever you might want to do. I just feel like sometimes some of you guys get connected to certain deities, you know, like Sekhmet, I think very strongly came through for you guys. So I'll just find the articles, copy and paste, just in case anyone wants to look at it in their own time. And then we will do a small meditation. So how do you guys feel about doing meditation? Do you feel like are you in a place right now where you're able to relax? Because I'm not going to do a guided meditation. We're just going to focus on our goals and desires, focus on welcoming the light. If you did feel a draw to any deities mentioned, perhaps focus on them. Any questions, you're very welcome to ask as well. But please get relaxed and get comfortable if you can. So you can have your eyes open, you can have your eyes closed, you can be laid down, you can be stood up if you wish, whatever is most comfortable for you. Well, maybe don't stand up just in case you fall over. But yes, comfortable, whatever's comfortable. You don't have to see me. I'm sure this video, until I stop it, will keep playing. But you don't have to see me. You can just hear the music and relax and listen to that. In a typical ceremony, if you guys were here, I will be giving you guys daffodils. So yeah, it's not great with the green screen. It's a beautiful flower though. So, okay. So let's focus positively. So, goals and desires, upcoming, welcoming the light, and any god or goddess you feel connected to. And it can be difficult to get into a meditative state, but I think it will help with our rune reading. So, you're very welcome to focus on your breath if you need a focus. Remember my tip. My tip is single thought meditation. So your single thought could be, Brigid, I welcome you, welcome your energies, to embody your energies. Whatever your single thought is, perhaps you just want to focus on that one specific desire, that goal that you have in your mind. So I would recommend to keep that single thought in your mind. Any thought that tries to come in that is not that thought, different thought, thank it for its presence and allow it to pass you by. Just keep bringing yourself back to that single thought. Brigid, Apollo, Ra, whichever sun, fire, deities wish to work with us, please do. We offer you daffodils, we offer you Brigid's cross. Bless us, bless our path ahead, allow us to fully welcome in the light, this new light, fertility, and fresh, new energies. just remember to get comfortable and to keep that positive thought in your mind. Dear Brigid, Apollo, Ra, we welcome in your energies. We leave offerings to you. Keep a positive thought in your mind. Take some deep breaths. Just allow yourself to fully relax. Dear Brigid, we offer you this cross. Dear fire and sun gods and goddesses, we offer you these flowers. Bless us and bless our paths ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much to everyone who joined in with the meditation. Thank you to the gods, goddesses, angels and spirits that are present with us right now. We are open to your positive energies. Please protect our highest and most positive paths ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you guys that joined the meditation there. Just take a few deep breaths. If you did get into a particularly relaxed state, just take your time. Take your time going back. Take your time just moving your fingers, moving your toes, and feeling back in to your physical body. You know, I had such an interesting astral experience last night, and I'm still integrating this message that came through. So this feels like a very important time for me, and it's interesting the timing of it. I'm rarely being guided and pushed. A lot of this is by the Star family though, to really talk about and spread the meaning and the message of unity, consciousness, and it's just something that's so strongly in my mind, and the astral experience was so different to the human experience that I'm having a bit of trouble remembering and integrating it in. So yeah, any updates on that I will give updates, because I'm getting a lot of messages and downloads at the moment. And it would be nice to share and talk about those, you know? Maybe on a video call or something, talk about the things that are coming through, the messages that are coming through and all of that. So now we're on to rune reading. So we're going to go ahead and do rune reading now. I know that was quite a little short meditation, but I think it's nice just to welcome, you know, welcome in the light and talk about these celebrations, you know, celebrations and rituals, ceremonies, and all of that. It's really interesting and it's really nice. And you know, we want to keep the highest and most positive energies here. So we do have runes. We are doing rune readings. Have my white cloth as per my tradition. But we are really feeling those energies, you know, really feeling Brigid here, so that's really nice. I should have hung that up, perhaps, so you guys could see it. That would have been a lot more, kind of, you know? Well, wow. It's really cute. So, okay, let's go over everything. Maybe it could go there. Falling apart now. Okay, so I want to keep my wand there, and I'll keep the flowers as well. But yeah, let's get into rune reading. So, who wants a rune? I need to make a list though. If you're a member, I'm just going to make a list if members want runes, because when the members rune stream, my huge notepad, when the members rune stream comes on, this will be your present rune. So let's see. People we have had in who are members. Lalima. Gretel. Oh, Gretel, hello. I didn't say hello. Wow. Very nice to see you. That was a surprise. And Jan as well. So, yeah, okay. So I think we have 4 members in. Oh, yeah. So I just thank the members because I haven't done that yet. Thank you to the members. Needs updating. We do have Aries back. Aries is a crowd, so shout out to Aries because that's not updated yet. It's just a little shout out there. I'll keep that list there as well. And yeah, let's get on with rune reading. Rune readings, guys. Oh yes, Brigid as well. Because I just need to make sure. So this is your current chapter rune, guys. So let me get my little. Everything I read from my tablet, it's things I wrote, by the way. I just like to reiterate that because I don't want you guys to think I'm just, you know, is it copyright or plagiarism or something like that? Just want to make sure that I'm not doing that. So I need the rune thing. Yeah, my chat on here is terrible. I don't know what's wrong with it. I can see you guys there. So we have Jasmine, Brigid, Lima, Gretel, Mikkel. Yes, okay, wonderful. Okay, so runes. I think that's it there. I made myself like a little table of all the runes, and you probably can't see it, but with, you know, kind of short meanings and representations, because as you guys know, I am someone who can really blab on. So do refer to that as well. And I think I'm giving up on the chat on my phone, I think. Let's see. Okay, that's updated. It's a little bit silly, but it has updated. Okay, so let's just go in order of the chart. That's the most fair way to do it. I'll write Mikkel. I'll write it down, even though you're not a member, just in case. Just to remember who's had a current rune so far. Right. Okay. Runes. So let's see the order. Oh, yes, the order I was going to do a list, wasn't I? Let's see. Thank you for the compliments as well. Very nice. Okay, so let's see, we have Jasmine, Pagati, Lalima, Gretel, and Mikkel. Okay, that's really doable, that's really great. Let me do that. To be fair. So Jasmine I think was first. Ooh, Jasmine's first. Pagati is second. Gretel is third. I'm so sorry for missing you, Gretel. Mikkel is fourth, I think. Is Jan leave us? Jan might have left us. She might be back. Lalima, where's Lalima? Ooh. Oh, Lalima. Sorry. After Pagati. I see. Lalima. I'm missing people today. I don't know why. Kevin, hello. Would you like a rune? Just doing a list now. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well, Kevin. Okay, so yeah, that's not too bad. So let's get on with it then. So beginning with Jasmine, let's go. Okay, so as most of you know, I think most of you have been to a rune reading before. How I do it, I have my white cloth. I focus on the person's energy. So in this instance, we're focusing on Jasmine. So focusing on Jasmine's energy, I shake up the bag, I really shake it. I would love to have a camera that shows you guys when it comes out, because so focusing on Jasmine's energy, let me just get it into that. So I'm demonstrating. I don't want to be doing it wrong just because I'm demonstrating. So give me the right rune for Jasmine's current period. Okay, so I put it all out onto the cloth, and as you may know, any that are not just flat like that on the table, because the cloth is on the table, I should say. So if they're like this upright, or if they're on top of each other, they're not for her. So they're not her ones, upside down ones that didn't fall flat onto the table. So this is really good when you do a full reading, because there does tend to be maybe around 6 or something that don't that fall the right way, and then you kind of intuitively go with how that spread is. I use the cross spread. But okay, so I'm feeling now there's quite a few that have landed the right way. So in a full reading, I could rarely be looking into these for Jasmine, but I have to feel what is the current chapter, where am I drawn. So I have 8 left. They're all upright. They all fell the right way, and I have to pick one. Intuitively pick one. So I'm really going with that. So okay, I feel like I am. Feel that one. So let's see. Find it in my list. I'll find it on here. So this is the. Oh, it's not showing. There we go. Make it a little bit bigger. Growth. So that's the one that I picked for Jasmine, that was drawn to for Jasmine. My runes are very beautiful, glittery purple, but they're not great for focusing the camera. So I have this here. Okay. So yes, so Jan also says she wants one as well. well, and I did think you were here. So yes, John on the list. Okay, but this is Jasmine's. So Jasmine's is very nice, very interesting. So we have growth. There's an aspect of your life that is developing into the next level, into its next level. Higher commitment, promotion, activation. You're called to practice modesty, patience, fairness, and generosity. This will help you realize which areas you are leveling up in. Okay, so that's interesting. So it's a really positive rune because it's all about growth and like I just said, you know, moving on to that next level. But there is this kind of, don't isolate yourself from people just because you may be, I always describe like a lot of you guys as this kind of purple light, and maybe the people around you are a bit grey, you know, they're not really awakened and things like that. And sometimes we can isolate ourselves when we level up. Sometimes too many people can fall away, you know? So there is this kind of energy of still understanding where they are at. Just because they're not at your level doesn't mean, you know, that they're necessarily bad people or bad souls, should we say. So it's growth, it's very positive, but keeping a check on that growth. Don't be... I do feel this with Jasmine. I don't feel that Jasmine would like get a big ego or anything like that, but just kind of the warning that does come with the growth rune. But leveling up, so just be aware that you are in this like growth period of leveling up, and there will be at least one period of life where you'll be leveling up. Some people get that rune and it's a promotion. It's a, you know, something that's a little bit physical, you know. But sometimes, of course, it's your spiritual abilities and things like that. So just think about it and take into account where you are growing. Pharaoh, love? Is that a Pharaoh? Hi, Michaela here. My apologies, I had to check out my other phone. Oh, okay, yeah. No worries, that's fine. Okay, so Jasmine says nice. Shows I'm making consistent progress. I always try to stay humble. Yeah, I definitely didn't feel like... It's kind of the warning within that room, but I didn't really feel like you would be that kind of person. I think more so, it might be the isolation side of it. So, you know, sometimes we do have to stay in contact with people who are a bit lower energy than us. We have to kind of keep the balance and keep the harmony whilst we are growing, and we're really like having these wild activations and being really crazy, and they're just kind of like watching TV. But that's just how it goes sometimes. That's just how it goes. I should move because the runes are kind of in my face. Okay, so yeah, I really like that one. So if you all remember, like Jasmine, Jan, Gretel, it may be interesting to take note of your current rune, because this is the current rune. On the member stream, if you do make it, we will do your future rune. So I know I've said this before, but just bear that in mind, because if this is your current rune, what is your future rune going to be on the member stream? So keep that in mind. Okay, so who do we have next? We have number 2 is Brigid, I believe. Yes. So let me focus on your energy. Oh, here we go. Gretel says, could you add Marie? Oh, yes. Yes, Marie can go on, of course. Absolutely. So Marie will be... That's fine. Okay. Yeah, so growth for Jasmine. So now focusing on Brigid. Brigid's energy. And again, apologising. If I pronounce your names wrong, I really do apologise, but I feel your energy, and I think that's more important, you know. But I think that pronouncing names right is very respectful, so I do try. Current chapter, please. Sometimes I'm drawn to go like really crazy and really shake them. Oh, okay. So it looks like we do have less upright here. I would love to have a camera pointing down. I should really invest in that for these rune streams. Does anybody else read runes? Does anybody here read runes? Is anybody interested in it? Would anyone be interested in seeing the actual process here? Yeah, I'd love to know if that would be of interest to you guys. Okay, so again, we have 8 runes. Very interesting. Okay, I have it. So okay. Why is this small? There you go. So constraint, okay? So you have constraint. This is interesting because this is, I know it's so difficult to see the purple ones, but this is a rune that we tend to get when we're in the process of clearing, okay? So it's not a negative rune, but it does kind of show that there's still progress going on. There's still kind of something, you know? Yeah, there's like a progress happening. I know we're always going through transformations, but it's very much about you get this if you're cleansing a lot, is what I'm saying. So if you're releasing a lot of energy, negative energy, you may get this rune. But you are putting limitations on yourself and also attracting limitations from external people or situations. Identify your shadow aspects and pay off old debts. So pay off old debts, cut old ties. I'm really feeling this is not, it's not necessarily, so the message about constraints, the message about, it's a positive message because we shouldn't really have limited beliefs about ourselves. We should really believe like we can achieve everything we want. We should be very positive minded and really focused on that. But with this rune, I'm really feeling that it's more leaning towards the cleansing side of it. So it's really about you're releasing a lot. You're releasing a lot. Make sure that you do release that, you know, all of those negatives. It's very much kind of a message to not limit yourself. If you think about, you know, situations you're in, are you limiting yourself? Are you not pushing yourself to your full potential? Are you being too hard on yourself? Talk, you know, negative self-talk. But just really focus on what is cleansing and what is releasing from you right now, and really keep your protections up to ensure that it doesn't, you know, reconnect. Flower Beauty, I'm going to sleep as it's 3 a.m. Ooh. Please, if you could timestamp me, we'll come and check this video again tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. 3 a.m. It is 9:10 in the evening here. Okay, so Flower Beauty as well. Who is number 9, I believe. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So just think about, if you are putting constraints on yourself, if you are kind of limiting yourself a little bit, do think about that. But I do really think this is kind of a message to keep your protections up, because a lot is cleansing from you. So you're releasing a lot at this time. And that was Pagati. So let me just again thank the members. I'll give a shout out to Aries as well, because I haven't updated the banner. So another little shout out to Aries there, because she should be on there. But, and also all of you guys. A shout out to all of you guys, of course. But I'm just gonna try to fix this music. You know me. It's always going off. Always. The only issue today is I can't play it off the tablet, because I need the tablet for the Rune table. So, just Just bear with me for one moment, I'm very sorry. Battery is fine, so I'm a little bit confused. We will continue without music if we have to. I am going to record some. I always say that I'll record it, but it just doesn't seem to happen. Okay, we'll continue without music. We'll be fine. If it decides to play, it will. Okay. So next we have, who's next? Thank you! Thank you so much. Okay, so next we have Lalima. So we'll do Lalima's rune now. And you're welcome as well to those of you saying thank you. I feel very connected to Lalima, to be honest. Soul family member, I feel. Interesting. It's interesting because there's only two. There's only two that were the right way. With most people you get like around 6, 8, something like that. Okay, so what's it called though? I've lost it. There we go. Okay. There we are. Initiation. Okay, make it bigger. Cover my face. Who wants to see me? So we do have, of course, there's the actual room. Difficult to see. So, the phoenix is your totem animal right now. And with the help of the unknown forces of the universe, you will rise from the ashes. A surprise, unexpected gains, you'll begin to see from a higher perspective. Okay, so there's a lot of, kind of similar to Jasmine's rune in a way, but there's a lot of spirit. So there's, you know, the totem animal, the phoenix, is interesting as well because, you know, what are we celebrating? Imbolc is like a fire festival, fire ceremony, fire celebration. And the phoenix, you know, it burns, it rises from the ashes. So it's very fitting. The phoenix is a very fitting totem animal for this period. So that's really nice to see that you got that. And initiation. So, just to reiterate that, a surprise, unexpected gains, you'll begin to see from a higher perspective. So, sometimes when we get this card, there's been like a little bit of a, not a block on our path, but like a slowness. And we may feel like we're hitting a wall just because it's a bit slow. When we get this rune, it's telling us that, you know, things are picking up pace now, and you may be surprised by what you actually begin to manifest. And Lalima says, I'm a Scorpio, which symbolises Phoenix, and my only tattoo is Phoenix. Interesting. I would love to see the tattoo. I would love to. Very nice. So that really resonates. Okay, so our next one is, who's number 4? Gretel! We have Gretel. Okay, let's focus on Gretel's energy here. You're very welcome. This is interesting because it's a gay and it kind of resonates a little bit with Lima's one a little bit. So we have defense. So this is Gretel, and we have the rune defense. Okay, so there is as the glittery rune. It's difficult to see, but you did get that one. So defense. What does it mean? What seems to be a block on your path is just a delay. So so this comes up a lot where we feel like there's a block, but actually sometimes we just can't rush things like divine timing. We can't rush certain events and certain meetings. They have to happen at a certain time. So yeah, so it's a lot about kind of trusting that and knowing that, release this feeling. If you do have a feeling that there is a block, be kind of comforted in the sense that it's actually only a delay. That's what the rune says. It's just a delay. So have patience and take time, plan and have foresight, but do not rush. So right now you are not a doer but a decider. I really like that line because it's, you know, I talk a lot about the phases that we go through. So we're like the celestial bodies, we go through phases. I always say that. And we have a phase of just manifesting, thinking, manifesting, being in that kind of, you know, in that thinking energy, thinking, manifesting, kind of, you know, praying maybe if you're that kind of person. And then sometimes we're in the energy of where we're actually doing the physical thing. So you can manifest a car, for example, just because my car broke and I'm getting a new one, but you can manifest a car. But I can sit there and I can think about the car that I want, but then I do have to go and do the action eventually to go to that, you know, car dealership or whatever. Just an example. But at the moment, you are in the decider part. So you're in that energy, thinking of what you want, being kind of perhaps manifesting, perhaps being, you know, visual meditations and things like that. But you are you are not a doer but a decider. So it's really kind of telling you to slow down, really slow down. So there may be an area of life where you're a bit rushed, kind of rushing yourself. So do think about that. Plans are fine. You know, planning is fine. Book your holidays, book whatever you want. But don't feel like you have to rush to do things yet. You're in the deciding and the manifesting phase. And then eventually you'll be in the action, you know, the root chakra activation kind of phase where you're doing things. But right now you're just deciding, so don't worry. And then it also says, and I thought this was really nice, set your house in order and wait on the Tao. So Taoism is a very interesting kind of practice or religion. And I really like this idea and this energy of the Tao and like just going with the Tao, you know, kind of just being at one with the universe and kind of being comforted in the knowledge that you can manifest, but you're just in that phase at the moment, just not rushing, chilling, you know. So yeah, it can be difficult, I think. You know, someone can say don't rush, but you know we do have busy lives, so it's an interesting one. Gretel says that's actually spot on. I indeed currently having a block. Yeah, so really just try to release the idea that that is a block and understand that it's a delay. I think that's really important when we get this rune, because a lot of the time when we get that rune, we're deflated or we're kind of disheartened about something, and then it's kind of saying, it's just a delay, don't worry, it's not a block. So, yeah, it's it's a neutral rune, I'd say, you know? It's very to the point of what kind of period you're in, I would say, what kind of energy you're in right now. So, then we have number 5, Michael. Okay. Let's do this. I made timestamp just in case. I know that I had to jump out of stream, so let me just do 56 minutes here. I can't believe it hasn't been an hour yet. Rune readings are quite quick, I suppose, when we do one rune per person. It's quite quick, and the meditation was very quick. Okay, excuse me. Okay. You're very welcome as well, of course, you're very welcome. Okay. Very interesting. I like this rune a lot. Forgetting the unknowable, the unknowable. I don't know why I'm making it bigger. It's a blank rune, okay? Very, very simple and easy to understand. Blank rune. It's completely blank. Very interesting. Completely blank. Okay, so the unknowable, the beginning and the end. Taking back control. What is your fear? Will I fail? Will I be abandoned? Will everything be taken away? Deepest fears and highest potential. The path of karma. This can be good or bad. You're currently not in a predestined period of life, so take control and navigate your preferred path. Know that your self-work is progressing and you are improving. Okay, so this is a very important message because I have written an article about this, and I do try to explain in my article in probably a very childish way, you know, connecting with my inner child there, but we have predestined events in our life, predestined meetings, predestined conceptions of children, things like that, things that are set on the path, but they're like points, like think of them as like dots, and the line can go straight across from dot to dot to dot, dot to dot, or it can go like this. As long as it's reaching all the dots, it can stray as much as it wants from that path. And that's why, so you're currently in a period between two predestined events. You're in a period of self-control, free will, that's a phrase I was looking for. So you're in a period of free will, and it's very interesting. Karma may be served to you, but if you're very honest about your deepest fears to yourself, and you're very honest about your highest potential, utilizing your highest potential, and really connecting with yourself. So it's a very introspective kind of rune, but yes, really take, I suppose this in a sense is like a taking accountability, or taking kind of integrating the shadow aspect, and just accepting yourself for who you are, and knowing that so it is really saying that you do have a higher potential to reach. So there is this unknown energy where you have unlimited potential in a sense, so it's really, really nice rune to have, but it's very much kind of like there's so many paths ahead of you, which one are you going to take, it's very, it's really open, it's a very open rune, so you can take any path, you can do, whatever you want, utilize your highest potential and really try to understand yourself. So you're currently not in a predestined period of life, so take control and navigate your preferred path. Know that your self-work is progressing and you are improving. I really like that rune, it's one of my favourites. So that's from Mikkel. Okay, so next we have number 6, Kevin. We have Kevin, which I'll do in a moment, but I just need to get a drink. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have left me, or if my chat is a little bit slow. Do we have Kevin, or am I time stamping here? There's only 5 people in, I believe. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Oh yes, you're very welcome. I timestamp just in case you didn't make it, but wonderful. I'm glad that you heard that. Okay, so do we have Kevin? Is Kevin in the house? Maybe Kevin will jump back in. So maybe we should skip to who's 7? John? I think John. Yes, John. Wonderful. We'll go to John. I'll just put a mark there that we skipped Kevin. Let's see if Kevin rejoins us in a moment. Theodora, hello and welcome. I always see in my head Robin Williams with his cake face from Mr. Doubtfire when I write this. Oh, you made me want to watch that other Robin Williams film where he passes in the tunnel. I really want to watch that now. You really made. I think it was you made me want to watch that. Right. Okay. So Theodora, I'll add you to the list for a room reading. So we've skipped. So let's see. So it'd be 10. Oh no. Oh yes. Theodora. So we've done Jasmine, done Gretel, done Lolima, done Pragati. Okay. Kevin's not here. Oh, done Mikkel as well. Kevin doesn't seem to be here. So skipping to Jan. Rune reading. We're rune reading today. Rune reading. I know it's a little bit different because we had a bit of a meditation for Brigid because it's Imbolc at the moment. So I made this. If you rewind back, you will see the process of me making this a Brigid cross. So we just did a little kind of celebration. Well, not really celebration, meditation, I should say, to this Irish fire celebration, fire festival. So okay, let me focus. So I'm focusing now on Jan. So we have Jan here. Okay. Interesting. I love how the runes fall. Has anybody ever heard of a bone witch? Has anybody ever heard of that? I'd love to do it, but I would want all of the bones to be you know, naturally, the animal naturally dies as opposed to being killed, you know. Okay, so this is Jan's room. Find out here. Yeah, I'm really happy with how the cross turned out because we had a palm tree that we cut all the leaves off the palm tree and they dried just perfect for the cross. So I'm going to leave it. There's a very ancient carving of a sun goddess where we live. I have done like a little short video on it before, but I'm going to take that there and give it as an offering to her. Yeah, and I'll do a little video on that. But sorry, John. So opening, let's see. Can't find it. It's definitely here. Bear with me. There we go. Yeah, they're all so small for some reason. Probably was because they were in my way. Okay, so we have opening, and I will show the actual room, but you know they are difficult to see, as you know. So okay, opening. Open up to endless possibility. Give without any expectations, and you will soon receive an abundance of light will be shone on all of your issues, okay? Positive omen for relationship. Interesting, very interesting. So open up to endless possibility. Give without expectations. So sometimes we have to, it's interesting people say it, sometimes we have to take a step back from our manifestations. Don't focus too much on them or the little minor details of them. Take a step back, just give without receiving. Take a step back from, you know, perhaps what you're pushing for or something like that, and just allow, you know, allow the abundance to come to you eventually, you know, because we do create kind of like a magnetic kind of energy where our external energies heighten, and we bring, sometimes it's like social energies and we bring people in, sometimes it's kind of more root chakra energies and we bring money and abundance in. So yeah, very interesting. But staying open, giving without you know, wanting to receive, practicing that. It's very good, of course, to practice that too. Give without expectation is always a very nice, humbling kind of practice. And not that I think Jan needs humbling, because I don't, but positive omen for a relationship. I think that's the most important and interesting note from that rune, I would say. Very interesting. And Jan says, Theodora, what is the explanation behind the offerings, exchange of energy? Yeah, so I think it depends. So for me it depends, because I use offerings when I'm actually working with the spirit, or if I'm kind of, you know, practicing, celebrating a certain holiday, perhaps it's pagan, you know, something like that. Of course, I'm an eclectic witch, or an eclectic practitioner, eclectic occultist, you could say. So for me, sometimes it's just practice. It's just practicing that ceremony, that ritual. Does it work for me? Do I get anything from it? Does it feel positive? Does it feel, you know, how does it feel? Because as an eclectic practitioner, I'm drawn to all different kind of things and spirits and all of those, you know, wonderful things. So I haven't really celebrated or focused on Imbolc as strongly as I have now. I've done like kind of fire ceremonies in person around this time, but I think it's very important. I think seeing which deities you do connect with, seeing what, you know, what does work for you. So I like to practice different practices, and this year Imbolc, I decided I would go all out on it and give the offerings and see how I felt. But every spirit is different, so with offerings, every spirit is different. So yeah, it can be an exchange of energy. And yeah, I would say that because a lot of spirits, they give you something. You know, they take the energy from what you give them, and not in the form of eating like we do, and then they will give us something. So of course we have that spiritual connection for a reason, a purpose, a gain perhaps. But yeah, I'm just practicing Imbolc at the moment, seeing how I feel. But I'm very connected to sun gods, you know, because I you know, welcoming the light. You can see the sun here. I love the sun. I kind of do worship the sun very much. So yeah, I thought that, you know, a celebration like this, like I do celebrate solstice as well, summer solstice. I'm not really concerned about winter solstice. I'm very much a sun person. But sorry, let me read the chat here. Kate, hello and welcome. So Jan says, just the word open reminds me of Caden right now, as he seems he's opening up, especially with communication. Yes. Thanks so much, you're very welcome. I'm really happy it's a positive omen. Yes. When I saw that note, I was like, wow, that's really good. I think it really resonates, as at the moment something seems to have shifted in Caden. Maybe the blocking me got him. Yes. And what I love about runes as well is I'm really connected to them, but I didn't know them all off by heart completely, which is why I did my own like kind of notes about them. So when I see something that I forgot the rune represented, like the positive omen for a relationship, I'm like, wow, that's so synchronistic. Theodora says, I guess it was the same with sacrificing animals and leaving money at the icons in the church. I'm not sure. I don't condone anything like that. I try to do everything with love. I don't condone sacrificing animals or anything like that. Absolutely not. I'm very, very against animal cruelty. Very, very against animal cruelty. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. But I appreciate this. I appreciate Imbolc. I would say, yeah, I would definitely say like summer. Some gods very resonate with a lot. Probably one I would like to connect with a little bit more, be raw. But we'll see what happens. We are going to do some more Egyptian deity practices as well. So who do we have? Who's next? After Jan, we have Marie. Oh, Marie, we're time stamping for Marie. So the 1 hour and 12 minutes. So Theodora, you'll be next. I think Kevin's left. So I'll just do Marie's quickly. Well, I'm kind of honing in on Marie right now. And then I will do Theodora. And then if Kevin jumps back in, he can have one as well. Maybe tell Marie Brigid wants to work with her. Okay, you see it right away. So there it is. Of course I'll find it. They just don't go into focus. Okay. So we have ooh, I gotta find it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So a very nice one it seems. I can't find it. Why does this happen? It should be like in the middle. There it is. Oh, there we go. It's a small again. So small. Something a bit bigger. Okay. So we have strength. The rune of strength. Okay. So the rune of strength, Marie. Terminations and new beginnings. You've outgrown one aspect of your current life. Darkness can be part of a new cycle. Prepare for opportunity disguised as loss. Okay, so this is a really interesting rune because so you kind of get a message here that your guides are channeling strength to you. They want you to be strong. I always say, you know, our guides would not give us missions or, you know, tasks that we can't do, that we're not strong enough to do. So they're channeling strength to you. They really want you to have strength in this time. And you may have a loss of something. So, you know, it may not be drastic, it may not be huge, but it will be transformative in some way. So it's, you know, look out for things that are dark, look out for things that are negative, because actually sometimes a negative thing happens, but then it puts us onto a good path, you know. When I was younger, a very, very negative thing happened to me. I suffered a lot of loss. I really resonate with this rune. And then, now, you know, this path that I'm on now, if that didn't happen, I don't know if I would be on this path. I don't know if, you know, what I would be doing right now if that huge loss that I suffered when I was younger didn't happen. So, I would never say I'm grateful for it, but I understand the process and why I need to be here. So yeah, it's an interesting rune because it's again it's transformative. Again, it's this, when I say again, because a lot of us are getting transformative runes, Marie, but don't be discouraged or disheartened by darkness or anything that feels negative, because actually there's a purpose for it. In the end, there's a purpose for it. So just kind of a warning, really, that there may be something a little bit negative that happens in this current period, in this current chapter that you're in. You know, it could be small, it could be big, but at the end of the day, you take that strength from your guides. I always say, you know, talk to them, open up, say, give me strength, please give me strength. And, you know, when you feel that they have, thank them. That's one thing I always say as well, thank the guides. But yes, strength, a lot of strength in this period for you. Don't be too disheartened. The dark period might be very small. You know, I'm not saying that something really negative is going to happen, but eventually you will be put on to a higher path. So it's all for a purpose. That was from Marie. And hello, Miss Venus. Would you like a rune? So let's do Miss Venus at number 11 here. So we did Marie. Oh, where's Marie? Marie. There we go. So Theodora and then Miss Venus. Oh, Miss Venus is a member. I'm just marking down members that have rune readings, because, as you guys know, there's a members rune reading in the middle of this month. So this will be your current rune. You haven't had a rune for a very long time, so this will be your current rune. So Miss Venus, really, I'm talking to here. This will be your current rune, and when we do the members stream later this month, that'll be your future rune. So take note if you wish to of that. So let's go to Theodora then. And hello and welcome as well, if I didn't say hello to Miss Venus. Okay. So Theodora. I keep doing that. Keep blowing her away. Called destruction. I knew it was going to be small. Why is it so small? Okay, disruption. Here we are. So, of course, we do have the sparkly room there. Okay, so disruption, what does it mean? It sounds scary, doesn't it? But what it actually means is very interesting as well. Feeling Andromedan energy coming through here. Needing to be free of hierarchy. Needing to focus on spiritual more than physical at this moment in time. Your current plan will be disrupted for your spiritual awakening. External issues may be out of your control. You may experience loss or damage. The more severe the disruption, the greater the awakening and change thereafter. Very forceful energy from this rune. Forceful energy. Okay. So, there may be disruption for the purpose of awakening, okay? But of course, as you know, when I read runes, when I read tarots, I'm reading them intuitively as well. And what I really feel with this rune, the main message here, it's not about a huge thing disrupting you. There isn't. I don't feel like there's this huge like whirlwind of thing that's going to happen to you. I feel that what this rune is really trying to convey to you is that message of you're not really supposed to be in a hierarchy situation. You're a very kind of free spirited, perhaps Andromedan starseed kind of energy. And you need to focus more on your spiritual than your physical path at the moment. So, you know, focus a little bit on your spiritual side, your if you do meditations, if you're practicing any divinations, if you pray, whatever it is, you know, focus more on your spiritual growth than your physical growth at the moment. So it's just that current period that you're in. So just to say that. But like I said, I read the runes intuitively as well, and I don't feel a huge disruption. Kind of similar to Marie's, where I don't feel like Marie's going to have like a huge loss. I just feel that she had a bit of warning there. And I feel like this is similar for you as well. It's kind of saying, focus more on your spiritual side. Focus, you know, if you're doing that, you're going on the right path, basically. So it's nice, in a sense. Yes, a free spirit. How long will that last? Yeah, so the current period, I feel like you are in this, okay? So it's not going, like a month, maybe 2 months, because excuse me, my voice is going, because I do feel you're already in this period. But don't forget, like I said, I'm reading this intuitively as well. I don't feel that's a huge disruption, where it says, external issues may be out of your control. Yeah, that's kind of always the case. But you may experience a loss or damage. The more severe the disruption, the greater the awakening. I don't feel that part of the reading is for you. I feel like it's all about the hierarchy, needing to the hierarchy situation and the spiritual, focusing more on the spiritual. So it's interesting because you may be being pushed to connect with your soul family. That's really how it feels. I would be interested to know kind of like what your spiritual practices are. Have you connected with spirits before and things like that? I know we're doing the mediumship circle soon, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm really feeling a draw to your star family in this rune as well, and that doesn't always happen. Apart from meditation and prayer, what else would you recommend? Just any divination that you're drawn to, and the mediumship class. You know, just come to it and see what happens. You may find, and you know, if you end up channeling a star family member instead of someone's passed over loved one, that's fine. You know, it's absolutely fine. This is why I'm thinking, yes, entrepreneurship. I get that energy of you so much. You're definitely Andromedan. You definitely have Andromedan connection. Entrepreneurship absolutely is your kind of energy. Yeah, absolutely. I really feel like, well, you are part of my soul family, because my main goal in I don't want to say 3D, because, you know, some of the ETs kind of resonate a bit higher than us, but my main kind of mission in this kind of solar system, shall we say, is for us to evolve like the Andromedans, basically. And I really feel that in you. I really feel that no hierarchy, Andromedan energy. So I know that we will connect at some point in Andromeda as Andromedans, you know. How do I know who is my soul family? I think you know. I think you know. You know, I think you just feel that connection, and yeah, you know, I feel like it's just a feeling sometimes. It also, again, you know, it depends how close you are with your guides, whether you're getting visual messages, auditory messages, and things like that. But if not, if you don't get very clear messages like that, trust your intuition, you know? Trust your intuition and trust yourself. But yeah, really feeling Andromedan vibes from you, like, so much. Can't remember if you've been on a Starseed stream before. So, then we have Miss Venus. Is Miss Venus still here? Miss Venus or Kevin? Are either of those still here? I think it's such a shame that the daffodils, you know, can't see them properly because they fade into the green screen, kind of. Yes, Miss Venus. Okay, have Miss Venus. That's wonderful. So the only person that kind of left us was Kevin then. Okay, that's great. That's great. Let's focus on Miss Venus. I can't help it. I need to like breathe this way. Okay. That was a little bit easy. Okay. I feel like this is quite a popular rune. Joy. Joy. A word that I love that word. Joy. Joy. There we are. And again, it's a small one. We want a lot of joy. We want big joy. Okay. So, any blocks will begin to fall away in mind, body and spirit. A meeting place between heaven and earth. Your new clarity may change what you feel at the moment or your ambitions and goals. So the current kind of ambitions and goals that you have that you're striving towards may change as you get more clarity on the spiritual journey, so just bear that in mind. But it is a very beautiful rune, you know, joy, what we all want, but blocks beginning to fall away, so, you know, recognizing that there may be some blocks on the path, on your path, and on some path, you know, but yes, beginning to fall away. Mind, body and spirit, so it's very all-encompassing, very holistic, a meeting place between heaven and earth. So really feeling that joy energy, you know, more connection with your guides most likely, and really feeling that, I remember I'm having an astral experience connecting with my guides, and I was not the best astral projector. I was good at lucid dreaming, not the best at astral projecting. I really had to practice. And I remember one time when I was practicing and I kind of got out, and I had like angel guides like just outside the window. My bed was like just by the window, and they were like saying joy, 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 because they were expressing so much joy to me that that's all I was hearing, and I just thought that was really, really beautiful. Going off on a tangent there, but you know, you do get more clarity as you grow, of course, on the spiritual journey, and your kind of path, your desires, your ambitions might change. So it's just kind of a warning, really, that, you know, in a sense, I think a lot of these runes are telling us to put our inner self and our spiritual self first, and then see where that kind of takes us. But yeah, joy, very, very nice one. Oh, we should do a Starseed stream soon then. We should do a Starseed stream. Perhaps you could... Yes, Miss Venus is Andromedan, absolutely. Strongest I feel in Miss Venus, Pleiadian and Andromedan. For me, it's Lyran, Andromedan, Mintarkan. So I have three that I'm really connected to. Really connected to the Octorians, but not because I'm connected to them. Just because I work with so many Octorian Starseeds that I... you know, interface with Octorians. Yeah, so it's been wonderful. I think I might just do one for Kevin and timestamp it just in case. He's the only person that's been missed, so I'll just do that. And then, I don't know, love, light and blessings, I suppose. It was really nice to connect with you guys. So I hope that you don't mind. I hope that you don't mind another room reading this month. Does it feel like too soon? Does it feel too soon to do another one? Another room reading this month? Or because I do have it scheduled. Let me just see the schedule a second before I get into Kevin's actually. Oh yes, my Palladian family is coming in strongly in my life, and I feel like I'm connecting to them more right now. Yeah, and it's definitely always for a purpose, you know? They guide you to certain books, certain things, certain, you know? And everything does happen for a reason, because I completely forgot about dowsing until you mentioned it. So it's kind of like you prompted me. I now have some, like, I've ordered some on myself, so everything happens for a reason. We all like have conversations and meetings and events for, you know, a purpose. What am I doing here? Bear with me one moment. Plant music. Okay, so on my playlist apparently. Okay, so we have a members only Heart and Crown crystal ball on the 4th, so I hope you can make that. We have tarot lessons and intuition test the day after on the 5th. Then we have members only rune reading. So that'll be your future rune. So do bear in mind that this rune you've got now is your current rune. The one on the 9th will be your future rune. Thank you, yes, thank you so much, Miss Venus. Like, I'm really excited, you know, to do that. Channeling stream again, because Aries couldn't get a channeling when she was not a member. So we have another channeling stream. I may just do a first come first serve kind of thing on that. Please come to the self-love spell, because it's the day before Valentine's Day. It's National kind of self-love day, I think. I think it's because it's the day before Valentine's Day. So in that one, it'll be the first time that I will do Reiki on stream, I think. Because I know I do a lot of sound healing, but I'll be doing Reiki within the spell that I do. So self-love spell with Reiki included. So if you're present, you'll be receiving Reiki. Of course, Valentine's intentions. If you would like to join me on Valentine's Day, if you're not busy, we'll do some kind of manifestations, you know, some affirmations we'll do for Valentine's Day. Crystal ball, members only crystal ball on the 21st, and sweetening jar spell as well. So not sure, maybe we'll fit like a starseed one in there somewhere, and of course there'll be a crystal ball every week. That's just not planned in. Sorry about that. Yeah, Valentine's Day, I am actually. Angel Heart, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome, you're very welcome here. Yes, so I don't think I've ever read for you before. So if you could please subscribe and leave your full name and date of birth. If you're not comfortable to put it here, you can find my Facebook or email in the description. You can send it there. And I will do a rune reading for you. A rune reading. So just wait for a moment. Yeah, you're very welcome to have a rune. And guys, if you want to suggest streams as well, you're very welcome to do so. Yes, Angel Heart, welcome. Welcome to the community. We have crystal ball streams here every week, so you may be interested in those. Yeah, can I have your full name and date of birth, please? Oh, we only have 11 likes. Okay. So if I won't be able to fully connect with your energy if you don't leave your full name. Thank you so much. Yeah, it just helps me connect with your energy more, because when you're in person with someone, you really connect with that energy. When you're online, it can be a bit difficult, especially with, you know, different names and things like that. So, okay, let me focus on your energy here. Okay. And do check out our upcoming streams. They have Crystal Ball every week as well, just not scheduled on the homepage. Because they're random, very random. Okay, so this is yours. Actually, I didn't know about Imbolc and Brigid, so yes, absolutely. So you can, if you want, after your reading, you can go to the beginning of this stream. Because at the beginning of the stream I explained all about Imbolc, and I explained about the Brigid cross that I made, things like that. So I did explain that at the beginning of the stream, but I do have an article on it, so I'll just send you, well, put it in the chat actually. So this should be quite informative. There you go, there's an article there. Yes, we can absolutely do another past life stream, absolutely. I'm glad that you guys enjoy the past. I love the past life streams as well. I feel like that's where we get confirmation, you know? Okay, so let me just continue with this this reading. But you're very welcome to go back to the front, you know, in a while and check that out, or read the article, or anything like that. Okay. Okay, so this is your rune. My runes are very difficult to see, so I will put the screenshot of that on the screen now. Oh, there it is. It's really small. Again. There we go. Protection. Protection. You may have fast-paced transformation in your current period, if not your near future. And this will come with intense emotions, high and low. Don't escape pain and let it teach you. Okay, so there's a huge warrior energy in this rune, a very big warrior kind of energy. Embracing anything that's maybe a bit painful, embracing anything that will eventually bring about positive change. So we did have another rune that's quite similar to this. So it's very interesting. You're protected, your guides. So when we get this rune, we know that our guides are there. You have a kind of warrior spirit, warrior energy. Kind of, how do I say? Like a fatherly, strong kind of protective guide with you as well. Like, because of course I read the runes, but I also read the energy as well. So you do have a guide with you. I do feel like this is why we got protection, because there's a guide with you, and this guide is a male angel, very, very protective, channeling very like protective energies, strength energies and all of that, overseeing certain like events, things in your life, very, very protective, very, it's almost like a fatherly energy, so but yeah, you may have fast-paced transformation. So it's interesting, this room, because it may not be in this current period. So the current period's around 3 months. If you already feel like you're having a lot of transformation, then you're already in this period. If not, you could just be stepping into this period, and eventually you will have some kind of drastic kind of transformation, something that's very fast-paced, very, you know, maybe hard to grasp. But don't escape the low emotions. So it's a very up and down roller coaster of emotion kind of energy. But you are, you know, every emotion that we feel has a purpose, of course. Of course, we should control our anger so we're not hurting people or anything like that. But expressing your emotions in a very healthy way. But just a warning that you may have some fast-paced movement, things really changing really quickly, high low emotions, but just allow that to teach you, and just know that that warrior guide is there. So that warrior guide's really coming through. so you do have a lot of protection. But yes, it's kind of just a warning about that. So fast-paced movement, things changing, high-low emotions. If you're, I mean, be in the moment when you're in the high emotion, when you're feeling really good, be in that moment. But when you're in the low, remember that it is only temporary. It's only temporary. And know that guide is there. Very interesting to connect with a guide on the first. See, sometimes it takes a couple of readings to get things like that to come through. So very nice that your guide came through very strongly there. But yes, welcome to Secret Frequencies, and very welcome to read that article, understand a little bit more about Imbolc, and also join us. Every week I have a crystal ball stream, and it's just you ask me whatever you want and I just read it in the crystal ball. All readings are free. Donations of course are appreciated, but not necessary. And yeah, so welcome, and I hope to see you again. I really do hope to see you again. Yeah, and it's positive as well. I think sometimes we have to have kind of a big drastic kind of change to set us onto a better path, you know? I'm going through it right now. I'm going through such a transformation where I'm moving house, I'm getting a new car, everything around me is changing, everything. And yeah, I feel kind of in a similar kind of Rune to you at the moment, like similar kind of energy. But eventually, when we settle into the new home, everything will be perfect. So, you know, it is that kind of energy, like remembering that in the end, it may be stressful. Moving, all these things might be really stressful, but eventually it'll be positive. So yeah, I feel like I'm in the same boat as you at the moment. In terms of the Rune, I'm definitely feeling that kind of Rune for me. Okay, so I will go ahead with Kevin, with the timestamp for Kevin then. If that's it, if no one else is here. So 1 hour and 45 minutes. 45 minutes. But yes, welcome. Welcome to Secret Frequencies. You're very welcome to join us on any streams. You can message me. I have my Facebook and email in the description. I'm very open to just chatting and things like that. So yeah, feel free. Moving in Korea, yeah, absolutely could be that, absolutely. But yeah, feel free to stay in touch. Feel free to come on to other readings. We'll just do Kevin's now, because I'm just time stamping for someone, so let's focus on Kevin's energy. You're very welcome, you're very welcome. Okay, so Kevin, this is your Rune. Unfortunately, it's upside down. First upside down Rune that we have had all stream. Very interesting. So, it is the Rune of Journey. So let me just find out. Journey. Where is that? Oh my god. Oh, I actually can't find it. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got it. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Anyone saying thank you? You're very welcome. So Kevin, this is your Rune. But it is, unfortunately, very sorry to say, upside down. So the Rune Journey, okay. So when it's reversed, there is an issue with a past connection. You may have cords still. They may not be over you. You may not be over them. Unhealed past connection. Your outcome may have changed, but failures may reroute you for the best. Your outcome may have changed, but failures may reroute you for the best. Okay, so it's interesting because it's kind of a similar message that a few of us have been getting, that if you fail at something, if something goes wrong for you, it's actually to set up a new path. So sometimes we're not supposed to do a certain thing, we fail at it, and then it sets us onto a better, higher path. So it does really feel like that kind of energy for you. But also this connection to this past person. So who is this past person? So it's not necessarily a relationship, you know, a romantic relationship, it could be, but it's cords that are still attached to someone in a negative way. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, you know, it could be someone who's, sometimes when we have this with family members, there are people who have kind of restricted us a lot, you know, like strict parents and things like that. But it could be an ex, you know, but just a warning that you do still have cords. You still have cords to this person. There's definitely something too clear here. So yeah, probably an important message there. But yeah, if you fail, you're going to be rerouted. So yeah, it's almost like going the wrong way, you know, when you're following the navigation sat nav, and then it reroute you after you go the wrong way. That's kind of what this thing will be that happens to you. You'll do something a little bit wrong, but it will reroute you onto a better path. That you'll recognise that in the future. And yeah, so cords to the past. Really do think about that, because that's one thing that we actually haven't done here. Is just a cleansing, just a like general cleansing, and Miss Venus did suggest that actually. So I think it is a good idea to do a general cleansing, because you know, some of you just subscribe and come to the readings. You don't have cleansers, you don't do those, you know, maybe you do yourself, but we don't work together in that way. So doing cleansers, perhaps, you know, cleanse streams might be a good thing. But yes, just think about that. Really think about who these cords can be to from the past. And don't worry too much. If you do fail, if you do something wrong, you're being rerouted onto a better path. So it's just a warning, you know, to not be too bothered about that when it happens. Try not to let it get to you too much, and understand that there is a higher outcome for you, a higher outcome. Okay, so hello, Carolina. Okay, wonderful. Yes, absolutely, of course you can. Yes, absolutely. You're free now to do it. Okay, let me just focus on your energy. That was really funny. Thought we were just kind of jumped out. Okay. Let's put all the other ones back. Okay, so here we have harvest. So this is your current rune, harvest. Let me find it. Show it properly. Harvest. Oh, I found it. And enlarging them as well. It's more important to see them than to see me, I believe. You see enough of me, I think. Okay, so we have harvest. Make sure you have planted seeds for the things that you want. Even the smallest of actions that vaguely point towards your goals are going to be huge in a year from now. So it's very much about planting seeds. So this goes back to, I know you went here, but just go back to what I was talking about before. So I say this a lot, you probably have heard me say this, but I always say that we're like the celestial bodies. We have these phases that we go through, and sometimes we're in the phase of like kind of sitting back, going with the flow, letting the universe, you know, do our manifestations kind of for us, like kind of bring our manifestations together. But sometimes we're in that energy of actually action. We're doing the action, where, you know, putting the action in for our manifestations. And it does seem like you're coming into that. So Of course, the harvest is very much about planting the seeds. So it may be ideas that you have, you know, kind of, you may be getting kind of messages or draws to certain things that you really want to do, or directions you really want to go into. Seeds may be being planted in your head, you know. But yes, so any small actions, no matter what they are, no matter how small they are, if they're headed in the direction of your goals, just go for it. So it's very much about coming out of this, go with the flow, with the universe kind of energy, and really going to what are the actions that I'm going to take, even if they're very small actions, what are they? Yeah, so it's a really nice rune, and it really shows opportunity, possibility. It's, you know, it's very open, because it shows that you can, any step you want to take towards your goals is going to help you. It's very much like you have a power kind of rune, you know. You have this power of the harvest, and your, yeah, I mean, I think it all depends on the direction you want to go in. So what is it? What is this thing that's really calling you? What are these seeds that are being planted? What is this kind of harvest, you know? Because it's like you're taking these small actions, but at the end there's this big goal. You might not even, sorry Brigid, you might not even notice it yet. You might not even notice what the end goal is, but you notice the small steps. You think, for some reason I'm drawn to do this. But you do have a very big and positive end goal that you're heading towards, whether you know it now yet or not. So it's very, very interesting. Yes, and I'm wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm on top of the world. So yeah, I'm really, really in a good place, to be honest. We're really doing well. We're happy. Things are going well at the moment. Yeah. So thank you very much. I really do hope you enjoyed the room readings, guys. Yeah. Thank you so much. I hope to see you soon. There will be crystal balls weekly, so please don't worry about the crystal ball too much. I know it's not scheduled, but you'll see me pop up and you'll come in. But yes, so love, light and blessings to each of you. And I really hope to see you soon on another stream. Do press that little bell icon and know when I'm coming on. I'm trying to schedule more streams in, but with moving, so we're moving house. Just have to be careful about. I don't want to let people down. I've got a lot of streams already scheduled, so just look out for me. Look out for me, guys. And yeah, so I posted the article in the chat a couple of times. I'll paste it once more. So if you are interested to learn about Imbolc or to read up anything, do please click that link. There are many other articles on that website as well about different things, and there is I don't know, sessions. So you can have sessions with me, of course. Sound healing, Reiki, spells, and things like that. So do let me know if you feel like you need anything like that. Very reasonably priced they are. And also, yeah, I don't even know what else I was going to say. So just subscribe and look out for me, and love, light and blessings to each of you. Really hope you have a wonderful evening or morning or whatever it is for you. And if you do, of course, you can stay in touch with me. That's the thing I was going to say, so sorry. Don't know where my mind is at the moment. I'm really trying to piece together an astral experience I had last night, so that's why I'm a bit kind of out of this world at the moment. But yeah, the last thing I was going to say is don't be shy to message me. I know you guys in the chat do, but I will always reply. So sometimes I get busy, sometimes I get booked up, but I will never ignore anyone. I will get back to you, so do not be shy with messaging me if you have any issues or just want to chat. So welcome to the community, and get involved. We'll be doing a poll for what day the mediumship stream should be as well. So if you are interested in advancing your mediumship abilities, please come to that. No abilities necessary, if that makes sense. So you don't have to be an expert to join. Anyone can join the mediumship circle. It should be within the next week, I'm really hoping. So yes, if you are into mediumship, if you want someone to channel your deceased loved one, or you want to channel someone else's, please do come on the. It's a video call. Go to the Discord. Join us in Discord. A Discord. You can message me for that as well. So yeah, just stay in touch. Love, light and blessings, and stay in touch.